It's no secret that the Phoenix Suns have not had an ideal season, and ownership is not happy with what has gone down. But what does this mean for the future, and what is currently happening with this organization after missing the playoffs? I'm your host, Joey Mercer. This is another episode of Joe Mercer Sports Podcast. And make sure if you are watching this content to go down below, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and every single time we upload, you'll be able to stay up to date with our takes on the NBA and everything you need to know around it. It's absolutely free, so go down below, hit that button, and I'll see you all in the next video after you hit it. So, without further ado, let's get into the topic at hand there today. An article from Axios Phoenix stating, Phoenix Suns fire coach Budenholzer after just one season. Seems like a pretty short amount of time, so why did this go down? That's exactly what we're going to break down in this video for you. This one's by Jeremy Duda, and we can see right away, after a single disappointing season, the Suns fired their third head coach in as many years, announcing they were parting ways with Mike Budenholzer on Monday. The state of play. So, they state, in the Hallbrook native's first season as head coach, the Suns missed the playoffs for the first time since 2020. So, kind of strike number one there. Phoenix ended the season with a 36-46 record, despite the firepower of the Suns' big three, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant. We've discussed here on this channel why I thought that didn't really work out. There's no real playmaker there. They lacked bigs, so on and so forth. Then says Budenholzer reportedly had trouble connecting with his players, including with stars Booker and Durant. Strike two. Not great when you don't connect with the star players. What they're saying is competing at the highest level remains our goal, and we failed to meet expectations this season. Our fans deserve better. Change is needed, the team said in a press statement. What is next for this franchise, though? Because they obviously expect to win. We know how Ishbia is right now with this franchise. He'll do whatever it takes to win, regardless of the deal. So, what is next for them? One possibility for the Suns' next head coach is Michael Malone, whom the Denver Nuggets fired last week, just 2 years after he helped bring the city their first NBA championship. Suns owner Matt Ishbia followed similar templates with Budenholzer and his immediate predecessor Frank Vogel, who won championships several years earlier with the Bucks and Lakers respectively, but were fired after underwhelming seasons. Memphis head coach Taylor Jenkins, who was surprisingly fired before the end of the season, is a potential Suns candidate as well. And I think Malone and Jenkins are great coaches, but I do understand based on the track record, it's a good point to make up where they had Vogel, obviously, and Budenholzer, Coach Bud, that they would go after Michael Malone after looking at that resume. I think that makes a little bit more sense, so I could definitely see that happen. It says right here, Ishbia has a penchant for making big attention-grabbing moves since taking over the team in 2023, but the Suns have largely been unsuccessful. He began his tenure with a blockbuster midseason trade for Durant, looking to get the Suns back to the NBA Finals 2 years after losing the championship to Milwaukee. In his first season, Ishbia traded aging star point guard Chris Paul for Beal. Phoenix lost in the second round of the playoffs in Ishbia's first year, suffered a first-round sweep in 2024, and missed the postseason entirely this year, so they just keep working backward. Second-round exit, first-round exit, no playoffs. What's next? Like, start of the lottery? They definitely need to make something happen there for sure, and that's why they're making yet another shakeup, but they have to be careful because continuity is really what builds a championship team as well, in my opinion. What we're watching right now is Budenholzer's fate was one of several burning questions for the Suns offseason. Phoenix seems likely to trade Durant this offseason. I could definitely see that happening with the situation and the age that he is currently at. And meanwhile, Beal's fate remains uncertain given his no trade clause, and he just released a statement to the media that was posted on X saying that he loves it there in Phoenix, so I don't really see him waiving that no trade clause anytime soon. Ishbia must also decide whether to keep general manager James Jones, a former NBA Executive of the Year, whose contract expires in June. I could see them moving on for Jones, but I could also see them keeping him. That's really up in air for me right now. I don't really know what to think about that one, but we'll definitely touch base on that when we get closer to that date in June. It then says the bottom line is a major overhaul appears to be on the Suns' horizon, and their ability to rebuild through the NBA draft is limited over the next 5 years. They traded away so many picks in order to get Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant and so on and so forth. So it has been a whole lot of issues there for sure for the Suns this season. It's no surprise that Ishbia expects instant results and if he doesn't see them, he's going to let go of the coach. It's the first person he seems to look at. He's not afraid to make big moves, as we mentioned earlier in this video. And I really do think that the next candidate's going to be Michael Malone. Will they win a championship with this roster? I really don't think so. I don't think what coach you get in really matters when it has to do with the roster they have. They need a better point guard. They need more playmaking to run better and more efficient plays like they had in Chris Paul. That's why they made the finals, largely part to him. And they need another big, a better big, like when they had DeAndre Ayton. They need somebody better than what they have right now. Nick Richards is simply not going to get it done with barely anybody able to back him up at a very efficient and just as good level. So we'll have to see what goes on with the Suns in the offseason. It's going to be a team to keep our eye on, but we'll be keeping you up to date with everything you need to know on that here on Jomer Sports Podcast. Make sure to go down below, like the video if you made it this far, comment and let me know what you think about this situation of the Suns, and was this a shocker to you? And also subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications, and I'll see you all in the next video.